Hello everyone, it's Mish here, and today we are going to be doing week 21 of the Margarete Miller Challenge. I do want to just say a couple things before. I'm still kind of suffering from COVID, so I did struggle a little bit with putting this one together. For the week before, I kind of had it all planned out and had found my images and stuff before I actually got really sick. So now I'm feeling much better, but I'm just sometimes struggle to kind of sit and do something for any length of time. But anyways, I did manage to get the week together. And the other thing I'd like to say is just thank you for those who have subscribed to my channel. I just really appreciate that. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what you see, then please subscribe. So without further ado, we'll do week 21. So for this week, the prompts are a window or door, something stenciled, blue ink, a musical instrument, a postage stamp, and bonus is brown or craft paper. So like I said, I found this a little bit more difficult. I do use stencils a lot. I really like stencils, but I generally use it more sort of in a mixed media way. And so for this one here, I kind of thought, well, how could I use stenciling? I could just stencil, well, there's many ways that you could do it. What I ended up doing was just grabbing a white piece of paper, so just a blank letter size paper, and then I just took various stencils and just stenciled the whole sheet, and then I cut up the stencils into just little bits of paper. So with some of the little bits I rounded the corners with the corner rounder and kind of made like a little tag shape or little squares. And I did it in the color scheme that I like. I used the Tim Holtz ink oxides, and some of them I even just went ahead and made little cards that I could you know, put in a little gift card or birthday card or something. So that's kind of what I did with as far as the stenciling part goes. So as I always do, I'm just going to start with putting down some background papers. I am using a tape runner or glue, depending. This is a Moleskine sketchbook, so it doesn't really withstand much moisture. So you just need to be careful when using a book like this. If you use too much wet product, like a wet glue, it is going to make the pages warp quite a bit. I'm happy with the way this book is turning out so far. It is getting kind of thick, but I'm happy with that. So my color scheme, I was kind of looking through my other pages of this book and looking at the pages that I liked a lot, and I'm noticing that, you know, my favorite kind of color scheme is green, kind of greeny pink backgrounds, even teal. So that's what I like to look at, and I do want to try to do different things here as well. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to take this book later and look at it and think, oh man, I really like my little book. With this one here, I just found this this piece of paper, and I kind of thought, well, why not just use it up? And initially I thought, well, just use the curve as I did in one of my other layouts, and use this bit, but I kind of laid it out and I really didn't like it, so I thought, well, I'll just use it more as a background. So then over on this side, I'm just going to put some more background papers. Today is May, I think it's the 18th. I can't believe that the week is going so fast, or the month so far is going so fast. The weather here has changed a lot, and it is quite warm. Although we still have these little cold spells. And I find I get a chill sometimes. I haven't had to have the heat on very much. I'm in Nova Scotia, Canada. And excuse me for snuffing my nose, I'm sorry. I did blow it, and it doesn't really seem to be anything there. Just, maybe it's just habit. I've been enjoying the comments people are writing. So I've got a couple of these cards, and I was thinking I would put that there. One of the images I got was a stamp. So for the stamp, the postage stamp, I found that one, which was actually sent to me, which I did want to include. And the image that I found of the musical instrument, I found this guy, and I just really liked him. So I wanted to kind of put him. I think that would work. I think I might like to have that up top there. So we'll put this on as background. So this is my the piece of stenciling that I did. Stick that there, I guess. As well as this sheet here. Stencils are so versatile. There's so many things you can do with stencils. So then with this little stamp, I guess we'll put this at the top. I spend quite a bit of time, probably too much time, trying to figure out the layout of everything. I think I'll put him in next. Now, the other thing that I found for my blue ink, I found this kind of montage of postcards, and the postcards were written in blue ink, so that's all blue ink there. And I thought it was good too because it met the theme of the stamps. And I want to try and organize it so that it's gonna hide where I had to cut out this image, his head, because it was writing there, so I had to cut that out. But I really love that image. And I looked for other musical instruments. I found this piano that I had, and initially I was trying to make a collage around that, and it just wasn't enough. So then I went to my other boxes of images, and I found him, and I thought, oh yeah, he fits in there really well. So we'll lay him down. If I put double-sided tape on the back of this image, it may not, actually before I do that, it may stick and tear the paper. So one other thing I like to do is I like to hide my image, or my prompts behind an image. So I think it'll be this one. So I usually just clip it in, take my glue. I use just normal Elmer's glue, the school glue, and we'll just make a little tuck spot with this in the, you can hear Chester. He seems to know when I'm wanting to video. Comes in and wants to be a part of it. So here's the blue ink, and I'm just gonna stick that in there beside his head to kind of hide that piece I had to cut out. Okay, so let's grab this image. Let's grab this prompts back out so I can, let's see if I can get it out there. Perfect. Okay, so the other prompt would be a window or door. So the image that I found was this door, and I thought that looked really nice there. So let's get that down. And I'm going to go right to the top of that. And then I made another kind of card with that stenciling. So we'll tack that down. there. And I found another little stamp. This one here is a sticker that I had. If I can get the backing off it. And I thought I would put the sticker kind of right there. And that hides that kind of curve, but yet I can use that paper. I took some brown paper, the Kraft paper, and I used, I have 2 stamp punches, the shape of a stamp. So I made some little stamps that I could use as embellishments. So these little ones here are just little stamps that I had made. And I have this little banner here too. I think I'll stick that in there. I cut out this little banner from either by hand or banner punch. You don't really need all kinds of different craft tools to do the job. A lot of this stuff you can do by hand. So this is kind of as far as I got with this one, this layout. And I kept looking at it and deliberating and thought, just go ahead and just start putting it together. Start filming it. So that's what I'm doing today. I'll put that there. Do you want it at the top of the banner? No, I want to overlooking it. And sometimes things, use your eye to judge. Does it look good? Is there a blank spot? Is there not enough green or too much green on one spot? Or and then just use your all the stuff that you have, your scrap pieces of paper, any stickers that you have, to just start laying stuff down. I audition things first, so I do a mock layout. I cut out a piece of the back of the notebook and just have this blank piece so that I can try and put things down. So there's our window and door. There's something stenciled, the blue ink, a musical instrument, postage stamps, and brown paper. So we have all the prompts. So now I just like to go through my stickers. I just grabbed a bunch of stuff from my stash and thought, well, let's look through some of this stuff and see if it would work. I kind of like this sticker here, and that it matches kind of the color scheme of that butterfly. And butterflies love flowers. It's a matter of getting it off. So let's stick that down there. Yeah, I like the look of that. And then we have a blank spot up here, and I thought one of those might do. That one there is pretty. Or that one, which is a little bit different. That has blue. I think I like this one. So we'll take this stamp off, this sticker off, and put that up there. Okay, so that's coming together. Need a little bit of something up in that end. We could use one of those, or kind of like this one here. Let's see if we can find a place for it. The thing with these ones here is when they have no background, when they're just on a clear background, if you put it somewhere like here where I was initially going to put, it may get lost because it's not going to stand out. So you want to put it somewhere where you think that it might stand out. So these ones here have a white background. They are kind of bright, but we may be able to get one of these to work. Or we could go back to here and possibly put one of these in. Or maybe another butterfly. No, we had enough butterflies. Just wanted a little something kind of right there. Let's just go with this small flower. And there. And what about on here? On this little stamp that I made. We could put another butterfly. Those ones there. We could put a little heart. But again, those are clear backgrounds, so they may not stand out very well. And as are those. Well, let's just go with one of these. The only thing I'm concerned about is it kind of standing out, but it's done. Once you get a sticker down, sometimes it's hard to pull them back off. So, right, so the next thing I want to do is just do some stamping. So I got out my Tim Holtz Stampers Anonymous, the correspondence collection, which is all about letters and stamps. And just thought that I would just do a little bit of stamping. I like to, I'm using the Ranger Archival ink pad. It's definitely seen other days, but I like to stamp off first so that I know what I'm doing. And then I can just put a few little, I really don't want to stamp on his head. And possibly one up here in this corner. So then the other one that I chose says office stamp. And maybe we'll stick that down there. And I like to look at it on the TV. We can put something there. Okay, and then the last one that I want to use is just the number 5. My favorite number is number 3, but I don't know why. I just like 3. Okay, and just before we finish completely, I like to put the date. So I use my little date stamper. I picked up, I think I got that on the Amazon. And there we have it. We've completed the challenge for week 21. And again, I thank a lot for you for watching. And I hope you have a great week. Bye for now. See you next week.